Hello and welcome back to another episode of Insufferable with me, your host, Lindsay. How? Episode 63. 63 hours of actual nonsense. And if you're tuning in right now, props to you, girl. Props to you, because what am I even saying? And what am I even saying on this pod anymore? I don't know. It sort of escaped me. It's beyond me at this point. But hey, welcome back to the pod, guys. Hey, I do unfortunately have some horrible news to relay to you. Okay? And that is fixing your sleep schedule and going to the gym will significantly improve your life. Okay, that is unfortunately not a myth. And yeah, that is bad news, because someone like me who likes to one of my favorite things to do, I'm glad you asked, lollygag, lay around, hmm go sleeping, Mm, stay inside the home, keep my heart rate low, eat fried foods, eat literally any foods that I desire ever whenever they come upon my desire. You think I want to fucking track my macros? No, bitch. That is not the kind of girl I am. Okay. And I cannot vouch for tracking macros. Okay. I know you probably do be getting some results as far as body composition if you do that, but that's not what I'm working towards, really. My body's actually pretty cute. By the way, I'm cute, girl. And this is also okay. Listen to me right now, guys. Listen to me right now, and this is the best advice you're ever gonna get. Okay. And this is the best testimony you're ever gonna get in your life. Maybe not in your life, but in my life. For the past several weeks, I have been out of the gym, girl. Okay. I started a new job. It's kind of a lot of a manual labor situation. I did not just say manual labor, by the way. It did sound like that. Manual labor is what I'm doing at this job, and I am enjoying it. It's really not that horrible. But as a result, my body is just not used to working, right? So I haven't been wanting to say go lift weights after a hard day in the warehouse doing manual labor. Okay. Physical exertion in a hot warehouse. Okay. Does not give me the desire to want to work out after that. Okay. And I also don't like working out in the evening. Okay. We already discussed my favorite thing to do is lollygag. Okay. Pitter patter. That's the kind of girl I am. I am not a zoomer arounder. But as a result, I have been out of the gym. And you guys know I love lifting weights. I like being in the gym. It's really not that bad of a situation, but it's just getting there and doing the thing. And now I also have developed this um hatred for gym clothes. I'm trying to come to terms in this moment with like putting on a pair of leggings right now, and it's making my blood boil. Okay? I do not want to wear another pair of leggings ever again in my life, low key. I just don't I don't want to put on another sports bra, girl. It really irks me. It irks me bad. Okay. And I was about to tell you a good testimonial. What was I going to say? I'm kind of already off the rails today, you guys. But low key, I'm feeling way better. That's why I started this episode with the terrible news that Better sleep and more exercise really does improve your life. Okay. I don't know if you remember last week and the week before that, I was like, bitch, I'm fucking tired. And I have not been getting any sleep. And it is fucking up my whole life. Like, I need to fucking get my shit together. It's been bad around here. It's been bad. Okay. The lethargy has been out of control. Okay. But I went to the gym this week 2 times. Okay? I went like once on Monday and I went once not yesterday but the day before, I think. Or was it yesterday? I don't know. My perception of time is totally I don't know what it is anymore, but let's say it was yesterday. Let's just say for funsies. Um oh, it was yesterday because it was Friday night. Anyways, I'm a new girl, and all it took was 1.5 trips to the gym, being drugged there, by the way. It wasn't my idea to go. Of course, it was Sierra's, a certified Zoomer around her. Okay. I was trying to give her back this car starter and, you know, chill and watch a movie. Instead, she was like, "Do you want to go to the gym?" And then I'm like, who am I to say no? Who am I to say no? I have nothing else going on. The only thing I have planned right now is to watch this movie on YouTube. You know, it kind of wouldn't make any sense if I said no. So I said yes. And that bitch drug me to the gym. Okay. And drug, she had to. She had to give me some pills. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't drugged, but I was dragged. Okay. Um, but I think it's important to remember when you do not want to get to the gym that you are not going to regret it afterwards. In fact, you are going to regret all the times that you skipped out for no good reason. Okay. And this has absolutely nothing to do with how your body looks or what your weight is or any of that. Okay. That is not the factors that I am even addressing in this conversation right now. This is all having to do with mental stimulation that releases endorphins and dopamine and makes you actually enjoy your life. It makes you actually want to be a part of society and to you know, participate. Okay, because I was feeling really fucking horrible for the last couple of weeks, and because I was feeling horrible, I wasn't going to the gym. But really, I was feeling horrible because I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't not going to the gym because I was feeling horrible. It was the other way around. So the more you move your body, the less you are, the less chemicals in your brain and body are available to make you feel bad. I don't know. I'm kind of talking all around this right now, but I'm just saying, like, it's crazy how I went to the gym one fucking time and now I really think I'm the hottest bitch that's ever existed. Okay. And just it just 24 to 48 hours ago, I was thinking I'm gross and disgusting. And like none of my clothes fit me and I look nasty and everything. And I'm like speaking so negatively to myself. And I pick up one kettlebell and I'm like, these bitches could never. These bitches could never. I can't believe the competition. Where? There's never been a hotter person than me. They've never existed. That's how I be feeling after I literally pick up one 45-pound kettlebell. And that is the only testimony you really fucking need. You have to go pick up the heavy thing. It's truly the only way to get out of that state of like self-hatred and, you know, self-loathing and feeling worthless and you know what I mean? All totally normal human feelings. But girl, like, all you really have to do is pick up one heavy thing. Pick up one heavy thing and try to do it consistently. And then all of a sudden, these bitches could never like compete with you. Like, you are the baddest. Like, oh my God, like Jennifer Aniston could never, like, I'm way hotter than her and I always have been. You know what I mean? I'm not putting anyone down to be like, I'm hotter than, but I do really feel really hot. Anyway, I'm feeling so much better today. That was my roundabout way of getting to that point, which is I feel better. And shout out to that circuit workout I did last night. Shout out to Sierra for dragging me there and drugging me to get me there. Okay. And then I woke up this morning. It's my day off. Girl, if there's one thing I love, it's being off of work. It's being off. Don't ask me to come into work. Don't ask me to come into work. I mean, I will come into work. I will come into work. And I like my job, actually, so to be clear. But I love to be off. I would rather be off work. Okay. And today's the 8/8 portal. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll ask to be off work more often, but make the same amount of money. I don't know. Anyways. I love to be off, but when I'm not consistently in the gym, and eating, decent foods that are healthy for me, my days off are just simply rotting, and not in a good way. Like, I do be feeling bad about the rot. Okay, but today I woke up. Today, girl, and I took a shower immediately. Okay. I didn't lay around for hours on end scrolling on my phone. I was scrolling on my phone earlier, but not for hours on end. Okay. Baby steps. And I took a shower and I diffused my hair. Look how good my hair looks today, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, lucky you. I look good. Okay. And I diffused my hair, and that takes a long time. Okay. I had to put curl cream in my hair and diffuse it. And that takes a long time and effort, but it's fun to put in effort when you already like yourself. Okay. It's hard to put in effort when you are being hard on yourself. Okay. So this is my message to you that says, I'm saying, pick up something heavy, girl, for the good of all and the harm of none. Pick up something heavy that is heavier than you normally pick things up, okay? You will begin to benefit from that in many ways, health-wise, but mostly mental-wise, okay? And then when you're done doing all of that in a day, then you be feeling good about your rot. You'd be like, damn, I got up, I took my shower, I went to the gym, I took care of my body, and now I can fucking come take another shower, right? 2 a day showers. Love that. I could put on some cozy clothes, and I can lay on my couch and continue to binge watch or watch this movie that I haven't seen before, and I don't be feeling bad about it because I feel good going into it. If you feel bad going into it, then it's gonna suck. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's just me preaching to pick up heavy shit so you feel better. Because it really does work. Unfortunately, it is terrible news. It is terrible news to know that everything they tell you is correct. Okay. Eating healthy, balanced, exercising, and getting better sleep will improve your life. Okay. And that's just how it is. Okay. And not to mention, I've been getting chelated, girl. I got my magnesium glycinate, my chelated magnesium glycinate in the mail. Okay. I have been taking it for the last 4 nights, and your girl's been sleeping. And that's also why I feel good. I'll be feeling good, girl. I'll be feeling good. So shout out to that. I am supposed to start my period today, so this is probably the calm before the storm, but that's okay. All right. I'm grateful for my period. If I didn't have one, that would be very spooky to me. Okay. Because we are not a motherly figure and we do not want to be a mother around here. So a missed period is kind of a nightmare to a woman like me. Also, too, I want my cycle to be going. I want to have my cycle. Okay. It helps me keep track of the calendar and it helps me work through all of my human emotions, even if they are, sometimes they be erratic and unexplainable. Okay. If you are a woman and you are just not paying attention to your cycle, or you just like never know when your period's going to come, or like maybe it's irregular and you can't really track it, but I don't know, tracking my cycle has really changed the way I live as an adult woman as well. So shout out to that. So I welcome the period. um I am supposed to get it today, so pray for me. And next week, girl, I'm back to my bullshit, which is going to Disneyland. Yeah, girl, I am back on my Disneyland bullshit. Okay, the passes are finally ready for us to use. You know, it's kind of shady that there's a pass where you can't go like the entire summer. I mean, that sucks, but it is the cheapest pass, and I didn't pay for it anyway. My brother paid for it, and shout out to him. And hopefully, he does renew my pass. That would be sick. Because if not, it does expire next month, and I will have to mourn that. I'm not really interested in doing that. So yeah, hopefully my bro does re-up my pass and his as well, so we can all go as a family and everything. Anyway, yeah, that's what's going on with me today. I'm feeling good, like I should. Something about the neighborhood, or whatever that song is. Anyway, guys, I've been singing a lot of karaoke as well. One thing you might not know about me is that I sing a little bit. Girl, I be singing. Okay. Do I want to be in a band who tours the world? Not really. I don't really like traveling. Okay. And frankly, I don't really want to be doing any more shows like, But yeah, I remember I did this one song with this producer that I used to know. And he was like, hell yeah. And you know what? This song's gonna fucking pop off so much. Like, we're gonna fucking be at Coachella in a couple years. We're gonna be playing Coachella. And I'm like, that's cute, but I'm not gonna be playing no Coachella, girl. Do not put me on no track where I have to go to fucking Coachella and perform. That might sound like really fucked up that I wouldn't appreciate the opportunity, but I don't really want to be traveling artist like that. I don't know. I don't think it's for me. I don't think it's for me. Okay, I'm a homebody. So I don't want to do any of that. But I do love singing, and it does release dopamine in my body when I do so. So I be singing a lot. And in my iTunes library, I have several karaoke versions of songs that I love singing. Sam Smith songs, Adele songs. Usually it's Sam Smith and Adele that I love singing, like alone by myself, but I'd be singing a lot. I don't know why I brought that up. Um, but yeah, I do that like every night. I sit in my bathroom because that's the best acoustics, and I put on a karaoke version of a song, and I sing it, and that's been giving me joy as well. Okay, I wrote my movie script that I'll be shooting by the end of the year. I'm about to start gathering my crew and casting my actors, so I have that going on, and that's super fun. I also wrote the opening scene to another movie that I'm going to be writing with a bunch of my friends. I just pulled the trigger and wrote the opening scene. But maybe that's not the opening scene. Maybe it ends up changing, but I have a writing session with Sarah later planned to elaborate on that scene and other scenes that we're going to include in this crazy ass movie. You guys are going to fucking be so, it's going to be crazy, and based on true events is also insane. So stay tuned for that over the next probably couple of years. We're going to all make a movie together, me and the homies. But Yeah, I'm really on my bullshit, and that's a place where I love to be. I love to be on my bullshit, to be honest. If I'm not on my bullshit, then what's even this for, you know? And I encourage you to be on your bullshit. You know what I mean? We should be bullshitting constantly, bullshitting on these hoes. Don't waste any time. Start bullshitting now and stay on your bullshit as well. Okay. So shout out to bullshitting. Um, Also, too, I've been watching hella movies. I've been trying to get inspired, and I've been watching shorts on YouTube. Not YouTube shorts, but like short films that are on YouTube. Mainly Curry Barker's last previous movies before he did Obsession. There's a short that he did called The Chair, which was really spooky. I don't know, maybe kind of my least favorite of his earlier films. But still good though. Still good, still original concept, still spooky. And then there was another one called The Warnings, I think, or Warnings. That one was cool and kind of hard to understand, which you guys know I love. I love a thought-provoking storyline. So I want to watch that one again, like knowing now what happens in it, so I can see if I can figure it out. And then his other one called Milk and Cereal, which I think is like his most popular film that he did on YouTube, which was also really spooky and well done and made with basically no budget, which I need to see more of that. I need evidence that we can make movies with no budget, okay? They're not going to be fucking Marvel universe standard movies, but Bron, lay down. Oh my god, bro. Not every movie has to be a high budget. Like you just don't need to. So I'm actively looking for more evidence that movies can be made for zero budget. If you have a passionate crew and passionate actors who just want to be involved and crew who just wants to be involved and an original story idea and the goal to shoot the movie and make it happen, then show it to me. I want to see it. So as a result, I've been looking at a lot of shorts on YouTube or just like indie films. I'm in my indie film era, and I've already said that before on this podcast too. I do not want to see no fucking movie that has every actor who's ever existed in it. Okay, I don't want to see anybody I've ever seen before. I'm on a hiatus. I'm on a strike. Okay. If there is a name brand actor in this film, I don't want to watch it anymore. I'm not interested. It's breaking the fourth wall for me like too severely. Okay. We know too much about celebrities. Some things you cannot unsee, some things you cannot unlearn about some of these celebrities. And now I have to watch them and sympathize with them as this character in this film. It's not working for me anymore, you guys. There are actors who I know and love. And I hope they continue to work. I'm not saying that I don't want anyone to be working. We need to broaden our casting networks and cast some people who are fucking, you know what I mean? There are like a million talented people out there who like don't get cast because they're not fucking Anne Hathaway. And I know Anne Hathaway catches a lot of strays on my show. And I really don't mean to do that. She's just one of those that's like in everything right now. Like same with Zendaya. And like even Robert Pattinson is fucking running amok in Hollywood right now. And I love Robert Pattinson. And I will be watching the Chris Hansen fucking, he's playing Chris Hansen and To Catch a Predator sort of biopic of sorts. And it looks like he's gonna fucking crush it. And I will be seeing that because I do like Robert Pattinson. Okay, I'm not gonna never see a movie that has a known actor in it. Okay, I want to go to film festivals. How about that? I want to go to film festivals and I want to be watching indie films, and I want to be identifying young actors, or old actors, or just fresh faces. Okay, I remember in the '90s everything, and in the 90s I was on casting websites. Well, in the later 90s, obviously I was not on websites when I was 3, but the late 90s, early 2000s, I was scouring the baby internet. By the way, the internet was fresh and new. I was scouring the internet for casting websites, which didn't really exist back then. Okay. Everything was cast in person back in those days, really. Now everything is cast via self tape. So shit is, way different these days. But in the late 90s, early 2000s, I was scouring for castings because I always wanted to be an actor. Um, and every single casting always said looking for fresh new faces. Okay. We need to get back to that. Okay. You're not going to find a casting these days that's talking about fresh new faces. Okay. The casting is like, if you're not Anne Hathaway, do not submit. You know, and I'm sorry again to Anne Hathaway, and I'm sorry to that woman. She's always catching strays on this show, and I don't know her personally, and I don't have any personal beef with her. I'm just sick of seeing her. You know what I mean? And Zendaya she's getting up there for me, but she's such a fucking legend. I love her so much that I'll never say a bad word about her. But she might need to take a break from doing movies, and Tom Holland too. They all need to fucking take a break. Y'all got enough money. There's no reason why you would need to do another fucking movie. Why don't you take a hiatus? Okay. You take a hiatus. I take a hiatus from watching movies with too many actors in it. And Hollywood will get a nice refresh. How about that? How about that, guys? I think if we all do this, kind of like an organized walkout of sorts, we could create Hollywood 2.0 with a bunch of fresh faces, fresh ideas, and we'll fix the whole thing. Because right now it's low key broken. So let's fix this bitch. So anyways, I don't know where I was going with that, but I did watch Good Boy a couple of nights ago. And that is a film about a haunting that's happening to a man, but it is coming from the perspective of his dog named Indy. Okay. And I don't really believe in the Oscars anymore, the Academy Awards. I think it's pretty rigged, in my opinion. But someone who needs to be recognized on the world stage and on in awards season is this dog in this fucking movie. Okay. I've never seen acting so good. I mean, this dog, I know, I read that it took them 3 years to shoot this movie because the dog is so smart that it was kind of getting bored of all of the things they were asking him to do in this film. So they really had to break it up because he was like, "Yeah, I'm not sitting again. You guys are fucking out of your mind." And if you've ever filmed a movie or a short or whatever, you've ever been on set, that shit takes forever, and you got to do it over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, and that dog was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing it again." So they had to wait a couple months and then bring him back to set. But he was the goodest boy, and he was really emoting with his face. He was, the blocking was impeccable. Like he was in places. He was, oh my God. I mean, he truly, truly did the damn thing. This dog. I'm so, that's the kind of a fresh face I'm looking for. Okay. A dog with acting chops. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Daniel Day-Lewis could never, and no offense to him, but he could never act as good as this dog has acted in this movie. Okay. In the movie, It's on Hulu right now. Shout out to that. Um, but it's a paranormal story from the perspective of this dog, and it's a lot of low angles. The actor in the movie is you only see him from the waist down, really, kind of like in the Peanuts universe. All the adults, they speak gibberish and you can't see their faces or whatever. So that's kind of how they did it with this movie. You don't really ever see the guy's face, like maybe a glimpse here and there towards the end. But yeah, it was good. It was really good. I mean, the storyline was loose, but it still worked. It still worked. So I would recommend you guys watch that. But I know, okay, so and spoiler alert, nothing bad happens to the dog. Okay, if you're scared about watching it because you don't want to watch the dog die or anything, the dog does not die. Okay, you are safe from that. However, the dog is low key in distress the whole time because this paranormal figure is haunting this man who is this dog's best friend, and the dog's doing everything he can to protect him from this entity who is really coming for this man. So he's on high alert all the time and in some distress. But he's also brave and stoic and reliable and heroic in this movie. This dog is. So it's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful story. And um I really want everybody to go and watch it because this dog just does such a good job, and he is the main character. He's in every single scene, he's in every single shot. Like there's not a moment where like it's not from his perspective, Like he is, and it also just gives you that like tone of story about like loyalty and how precious that is when your dog is like so loyal to you. Um a dog's loyalty is truly unmatched. It is unmatched. And we all have to remember that. And it's a good reminder in this movie. It's a good reminder that this dog is a ride or die bitch. He is not going to let anything happen to this man. He's going to fight to the end. He's going to sacrifice himself, which he doesn't sacrifice himself, just to be honest. Like he does not die. Nothing bad happens to him, okay? He's not hurt or anything in the movie. Okay. And I'm pretty sure the guy who plays his best friend, like his owner in the movie, is also the owner of the dog in real life and is also the director of the film. Okay. So this guy casts his own dog for this role and is also playing the lead alongside his dog. So it's all very much like in the family type shit. Okay. Yeah, it's a Nepo dog. His dad's a movie director and he cast him as the lead in this film. Okay. You could bitch about that if you want, but you know, the dog is genuinely talented. So Nepo dog or not, shout out to him. Okay. And I looked up pictures of him during the premiere too. This dog on the red carpet, he was wearing a little bow tie. Oh my god, it was incredible. It was incredible. Like I'm so proud of him. So go watch Good Boy. And you know what? I think that's all I have for you today, actually, you guys. It's a shorter episode, but yeah, that's kind of all I got in the chamber. I really just wanted to talk about Good Boy, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit more, but I don't want to spoil it. So maybe next week we'll talk a little bit more in depth about how I felt about the story and how I interpreted it. Okay, because I love to talk about stuff like that. But if I interpret it now, it's going to spoil it for you, and if you haven't seen it yet, then that's a spoiler, and I hate spoilers. So, anyways, that's going to be it for me today, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Insufferable with me, your host, Lindsay Howe. And don't forget to exercise this week. Move your body. Suddenly you will become the hottest bitch who ever existed. And it's a good feeling to have. Okay? And that's coming from personal experience. So shout out to you. And don't forget to move your body this week. And I love you. And I will see you next week.